Here at the Polk Audio booth today, here with Head of Engineering, Matt Lyons. Matt, we've got a bunch of questions coming in on the social feeds, and I thought we'd maybe take a moment just to go through a few of them if you don't mind answering them. First big question is, can I play lossless files through the Omni Collection?
And the answer is yes. That's a key feature in PlayFi is that it's lossless transmission, so you can play your high-res files.
Okay, great. Do I need a bridge?
No. You know, the PlayFi solution, the Omni wireless system, doesn't need any other connections. The speakers connect right to your Wi-Fi router.
One of the big questions that's going to come up, and that has come up already, is how easy are these products to set up? Can you talk a little bit about that?
So it's one of the parts of the system we're most proud of. Actually, when you take the product out of the box, it's already set up what we call Wi-Fi access mode. So the speaker is broadcasting, and you just open up the app, it finds the speaker, and you say, I want to connect to it. If you have a password for your router system, you just type it in, and then it will connect.
Okay. Sounds really easy. One of the questions that seems to be very popular right now is, why is the PlayFi open platform superior to other software platforms that you've seen?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there are, what we want consumers to have is choices. And if you get tied into a closed ecosystem, you can only use their speakers. And so if there are other offerings from other manufacturers that solve a problem for you, then we feel that you should have the opportunity to do that. To me, it's much like the Android world, where you have lots of choices. A lot of people can participate in that ecosystem, and we've seen Android grow well past the iOS system because that was a closed system. So we think the future of wireless audio is these open platforms.
Okay. So a question came in from Jim in Minnesota, and he asked, I live in an apartment complex. Seems to be a lot of wireless interference. Can you talk a bit about how this ecosystem addresses that?
Yeah, so one of the really cool things about our system is that it works at both 2.4 gig and at 5 gig. And so there's an awful lot of wireless traffic at 2.4. Your Bluetooth works there, right? Most Wi-Fi routers work there. And so by being able to transmit both at 2.4 and 5, you can move up to 5 gigs, there's much less interference. In our testing, actually, and we have done testing in urban environments, our system is far superior to some of the other systems that are actually on the marketplace today, exactly in these kinds of environments, right? The urban apartment or condo is really, really challenging, and we're real pleased with the level of reliability we're able to provide using that other frequency band.
Thank you. Another common question that seems to come up is, what type of file formats are played through this ecosystem? Does it play anything? Which are the most popular ones that should be played?
So we're playing all the most popular formats, right? You can respond to MP3s, right? MP4s, WMA, and we can also play FLAC files. So it's a broad cross section. We're constantly updating the system to be able to play additional formats as well.
Another question that came in was, hey, I have a huge vinyl collection. I have a turntable sitting in the garage. How can I make that work with this system?
So the Omni A1 amplifier actually has an integrated phono stage, which we're really psyched about. So literally you buy the amplifier, you hook it up to your cool Polk speakers, you select, oh, this is a cool EQ I want to listen with, and then your phono plays right into that system.
Super cool. So taking that even one step further, if you already have Polk loudspeakers, whether they're bookshelf towers, how can you customize it with the solutions here?
Absolutely. So you can go into our utility app, you select your model number, and we optimize the DSP settings in the amplifier, because obviously we know how that speaker sounds, and so we optimize it for that particular device.
Okay, another question that came in from the forum is, why have high-res audio capabilities with such small speakers?
So this is, an audio chain is all about quality of reproduction. And while in one room you may be listening to an S2, it's still going to sound better because you're putting high resolution audio into it. So you always want to get the highest number of bits over to your transducer as possible. And let's remember that this PlayFi ecosystem works from inexpensive loudspeakers up to high performance loudspeakers. The sound quality that you're going to get out of an S2 will blow your mind, but the SB1 also sounds amazing too. So you always want to be driving your system with the best overall quality.
Can you talk to us about the quality of the amplifier that you're using? That's another question that came in from the forum.
So the amplification actually uses a 24-bit Class D digital amplifier. It's world-class, it's a chip that we've worked with for years. It has excellent tools, we can optimize all the performance of the loudspeaker too. It's a great amp. Low distortion, high output power, high current.
So we noticed that the Omni S2 rechargeable is said to be weather resistant.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the choice there and why you decided to do weather resistance versus weatherproofing?
Well, I think the thing for us was we definitely want to have, you're taking this thing outside, right? You're listening to music. If you leave it outside and you get rain overnight, we wanted the whole system to still work, so we weatherized. That's really as simple as that.
Couple more questions here. The soundbar here, the SB1, has a feature in it called Voice Adjust. What does that do? How does that work?
Okay.
And why is that a good solution for a consumer?
Well, so this is a technology we are very excited about. So have you ever been watching a movie, especially if you're listening to TV sound, and there's a section that's going on, maybe they're talking quietly, sitting across a table, and something really important just happens. Luke, I'm your father, right? Something really important happens in the dialogue, and you go, what did he say? Did he say, right, that he's Luke's father? And you have to back up the movie, right? So if there are elements of dialogue like that you're missing, it's terrible, right? So what the Voice Adjust does is it actually enhances the signal through a combination of signal processing in the acoustic system. We're actually giving you better speech intelligibility by controlling the balance of the voice and the dialogue within the entire reproduction. So it's all about, right, making sure that you can understand when people talk. So everybody's had an experience. I just don't know what they're saying.
Sure. A very common question that seems to be coming up on the social feeds is that, can I just buy one speaker or one product, or do I have to buy the entire ecosystem?
Now, it's fine with me if you want to buy the entire ecosystem, but absolutely, you just you start with one speaker. Yeah.
Okay. And then one other more technical question, what type of router do you recommend for this particular system?
So definitely, I think one of the things we're all going to learn about wireless audio is that it's always better to have better routers. And so the Omni system actually works on an 802.11n base, so that's when you get to the two frequencies, right, of 5 gigahertz and 2.4. So certainly you want to do that. Running an even more advanced router with AC, 802.11 AC, is a great idea too, because the neat thing about this is you're not only going to make your wireless more robust, more reliable by using a better router, but you're also going to make your Netflix streaming faster, and you're going to make all your activities, surfing the web, everything better in your home. So we should all just be souping up our routers so that we can get better data access at home.
Okay, thanks. I think one more question is, can I stereo pair any of your products?
Oh yeah, so this is a cool solution. This is another wonderful thing about the Play-Fi environment, is that you can, like say, take two S2s and play them in stereo. They'll be synchronized within 1 millisecond, and so absolutely, you can take two speakers and listen in stereo.
Here with Matt Lyons at the Polk Audio booth. Thanks for being here, Matt.
Thanks.